Second round of District 10 playoff. Number 1 seed. Tonight for the Elks. Start with Jacobson, Givens, Sheriff, Euchre.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Arena for this season District 10 NAA Tournament. This season game will have Spring Parkview Raptors versus Elk River.
Take the draw for the Elks. Here underway, puck comes back to Givens. Givens pushes it back towards Euchre. Euchre picks it up in the zone. He's going to throw off the boards to Givens. Givens tries to chip it out. Pregame Park picks it along the boards, knocked away by Givens. Sherrod up ice. Sherrod will send it deep. Goalie will send that back up towards the middle of the ice. Towards the blue line, Spring Lake Park up ice. Euchre slows him down. Spring Lake Park offside. Elks need to bring a physical brand of hockey here tonight. Jacobson on the draw. Comes back to Euchre. Euchre sends it across to Omen. Omen's going to look up ice to Sherrod. Sherrod at center ice. Drops it back to Euchre. Euchre up ice with speed. Knocked off his sticks. Spring Lake Park up ice. Back in the upper zone. Out of his reach into the corner. Carried behind the net. Knocked away by Omen. Spring Lake Park shot off the side of the net. Spring Lake Park fans cheering. Givens sends it up the board. Spring Lake Park can't hold it in the zone. Played across. Carried in, dumped off of Hanson's skates, but it stayed in the zone. Shot. Jackson sees that, gloves it. Sinclair tries to push up boards. Hanson gets it now. Gets it towards the blue line, up and out of the zone. Spring Lake Park pays it back in their zone. Back up the boards, out to center ice. Hanson with it. They'll throw it back out of the zone to Sinclair. Sinclair tries pushing it across. Spring Lake Park knocks away. Sends it back in. Offsides. Face-off should come out to center ice. Maverick dancing on the draw. Spring Lake Park has it back in their zone. Played across. He's going to look up ice. Sends it up all the way wide for icing. Face off down in the Spring Lake Park zone. Hanson, Sinclair, Dahl, and Brzezinka on the ice for the Elks. Played up the boards, Spring Lake Park up ice. Dahl knocks it off his stick and sends it right back into the Spring Lake Park zone. Send up the boards. Brzezinka with a hit, separates the puck. Spring Lake Park comes in 2-on-1. Shot, Jackson plays the rebound. Out in front, Spring Lake Park shot, Jackson knocks it down. Net comes off, we'll get a whistle. Flurry of shots on Jackson. Corner. Toft throws it behind the net. Toft gets it to Ullman. Ullman plays it up the boards. Spring Lake Park has it. Sent down to the corner, back behind the net. Up the boards. Toft will get there. Plays it ahead. Knocked down by Spring Lake Park. Battle for it near the blue line. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Sends it deep. Set back down low. Behind the net. Toft run into the boards. Fink there to help. Ullman plays it off the boards. Froelich pushes it ahead, gets it up ice. Back to the Spring Lake Park zone. Foss pressure. Spring Lake Park in the corner, plays it up the boards. Deflects off a skate, but right back to a Spring Lake Park skater. Kicked away by the Elks. Euchre has it now. Euchre behind the net, throws it up the boards to Jacobson. Jacobson tries to play it ahead. Elks get it up and out of the zone. Spring Lake Park throws it back towards the outer zone and they'll skate it in. Cuts towards the middle. Out in front, pass goes wide. Euchre kicks it away. Euchre pushes it up and he will push it out of the zone. Euchre gets it back at center ice. Overskates it. Spring Lake Park takes it away. Puck loose at center ice. Sherritt separates the puck, gets it to Givens. Givens will skate in. Givens along the boards, goes back to Sherritt off his stick. That's going to wrap back up the boards. Out center ice. Euchre plays it back across center ice. Spring Lake Park has it again. It comes to Jacobson. Jacobson has it poked away. Knocked away by Brzezinka. Brzezinka will throw it off the boards and then shove the Spring Lake Park player into the boards. Puck goes deep. Elks good change. Sherritt to provide the pressure. Up the boards. Held into the zone momentarily. Spring Lake Park plays it across out to cross center ice. Toft with it now. Toft across to Dahl. Dahl will have to play it off the boards. Chips it ahead. Can't get it out. Puck comes back to Dahl. Dahl gets it out of the zone. Spring Lake Park plays it back in the zone. That should have been offsides. No whistle. Pass out in front. Elks get a piece of it. Spring Lake Park along the boards. He's going to send that in. Blocked. They get it back. Shot doesn't make it to the net. Toft drops it back behind the net to Dahl. Dahl looks up ice to Sinclair. Sinclair gets it across center ice. Picked up by Hanson. Hanson throws it ahead. Knocked away by Spring Lake Park. Back in the Elk River zone. Pass across. Broken up. Centering pass. Elks get a piece of Jackson. Slides across. Breaks it. Shot attempt. Hanson with it now. Hanson plays it up the boards to Merrick Hanson. Merrick Hanson across center ice. Pushes it into the Spring Lake Park zone. He'll go off for a change. Froelich into pressure now. Off the boards. Picked up by Froelich. He'll throw it in the corner. Spring Lake Park picks it up behind their net. Cuts through the defense. Omen has it in the Elk River zone. Omen sends it back up ice to Foss. Foss ahead to Froelich. Froelich chips it into the zone. Spring Lake Park has it again. Up across center ice. Spring Lake Park has skated in. Out in front, poked away by Euchre. Picked up by Fink. Fink sends it up ice. Back into the Spring Lake Park zone. No icing. Carried in. Spring Lake Park to the cross center ice. Carried into the Elk River zone. Back behind the net. Euchre tries to tie him up. Puck goes into the corner. Spring Lake Park has it. Broken up by Euchre. Euchre skates behind the net. He's going to throw it back up the boards. Tries to get it to Givens. Givens is skated out. His pass is broken up. Sherritt has it. Poked away. Comes to Euchre. Euchre sends that deep. Puck into the corner. Spring Lake Park up ice. Is skated out. It's past Brzezinka into the corner. Brzezinka lines him up. Euchre steps in front, knocks the puck away. Puck goes behind the net, up the boards now to Sherritt. Sherritt plays it across. Givens gets a piece. Puck rolls out of the zone. Spring Lake Park sends it back in. Jackson will stop it. Leaves for Brzezinka. Brzezinka skates it up, throws it off the boards, kicks it ahead to himself, carries it in. Into the corner, poked away. Brzezinka stays with it. Spring Lake Park's going to wrap it up the boards. Past everybody up ice for icing. 8:32 left here in the first. Sinclair to take the draw now for the Elks. Spring Lake Park has along the boards. They wrap it behind the net, back up the boards again. Dahl steps up, pokes it away. Puck comes out of the zone, offsides. Hansen on the draw. Played off the boards. Sinclair gets it into the zone. Spring Lake Park throws it back out across center ice. Hansen with it. He sends it back towards the Spring Lake Park zone. Spring Lake Park has it. Back up the boards. And they'll skate it out. Poked away by Brzezinka. Ties him up. Sinclair with it now. Sinclair gets run down. Spring Lake Park has it. Shot. 8 minutes remaining in the first. Spring Lake Park on the board. Fink will take the drop. Off along the board, sends it up ice. Foss has it now. He'll throw it into the Spring Lake Park zone. Throw it back up the boards. Froelich ties him up. Foss tries to send it down low. Puck into the corner. Spring Lake Park throws it back behind their net. Sent up ice. Froelich got a piece of it. Omen now throws it back across center ice, but Spring Lake Park gets it back. Skates it into the zone. Poked away by the Elks. Spring Lake Park has it at the blue line. Intercepted by Foss. Foss up ice. He has four Spring Lake Park players on him. Back up the boards. Jacobson intercepts the pass. Puck goes towards the net. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Played up the boards. Spring Lake Park plays it across. Now sent deep. Picked up by Omen. Sherritt has to go off his skates. He gets it back. Behind the net, looks up ice. Sends it ahead to Jacobson. Under Jacobson's stick, that's going to be icing. Shot is 5-0 in favor of Spring Lake Park. Jacobson on the draw. Up the boards. Shot. Broken up. Spring Lake Park gets it back towards the blue line. He flips it ahead, goes off with somebody's helmet. Elks to get it to the blue line, but not out. Now they get it out of the zone. Sherritt plays it ahead. Across to Givens. Givens up ice. Sent into the zone. Givens will tie him up. Sherritt gets the puck back. Sherritt throws it out in front. Spring Lake Park breaks it away. Jacobson has it. He gets run over and Spring Lake Park up ice. Brzezinski will skate it up. Carries it in. Brzezinski shot wide of the net up the boards. Euchre with it now. Plays it ahead to Givens. Givens will skate it in. Givens cuts towards the net. Givens has it poked away. He gets it back. Rubbed into the boards. Puck goes back behind the net. Toff pushes the puck down low. Puck's gonna go back behind the net, back up the boards. Spring Lake Park goes to center ice. Pass intercepted. Now thrown ahead. Maverick Hansen with it. He's gonna send it deep. Sinclair tries to tie him up. Puck into the corner. Now back up the boards. They'll skate it out. Played across and carried in. Cuts towards the net. Shot. Sails high and off the boards. Played back along the boards again. In the corner. Toft has it. It's tied up. Played up top. Spring Lake Park will take a look. I'll send it in again. Shot goes off of it. Jackson's blocker into the corner. Sent back down low. Pass broken up by Dahl. Merrick Hansen throws it up ice. Spring Lake Park will skate it right back in. Broken up. They get it back. Played out in front. Shot blocked behind the net. They get it again. Rings off the post. Up the boards. Spring Lake Park will skate it in. They'll skate behind the net. Up the boards. Shot goes wide. Spring Lake Park will send it up high again. Sinclair gets a piece of it. Gets it out of the zone, but Spring Lake Park breaks it up. Now St. Clair gets it again. His shot gets partially blocked off the goalie, out of play. 4:16 left in the first. Fink on the draw. Played up top. Ullman sends it in on net. That shot is blocked. And Spring Lake Park will throw it out of the zone. Ullman steps up, sends it deep. Back at the boards. Euchre. Foss sends it deep. Puck comes out of the zone to Euchre. Euchre across to Ullman. Ullman sends it up into the Spring Lake Park zone. Spring Lake Park breaks it up. They'll skate it up ice. Back in the Elk River zone. Ullman there first. Up the boards. Euchre to Foss. Foss plays it back to Jacobson. Jacobson gets it out of the zone. Spring Lake Park throws it back in offsides. Jacobson will take the draw for the Elks. Puck played along the boards. Euchre with it. Up ahead to Givens. Givens up ice with Jacobson. Givens sends a shot. Goes just wide. Euchre at the blue line. Sends it back down towards Sherritt. Picked up by Jacobson in the corner. Jacobson tries to pass across the cutting Sherritt. Goes wide. Brzezinski has it now along the boards. Sends it back towards the zone. Picked up by the Spring Lake Park. Euchre with it. Backhands it to Sherritt. Sherritt sends it to Euchre. Euchre sends it to Jacobson. Puck loose at the blue line. Givens with it now. Givens sends it deep. Out of the zone. Brzezinski with it. Behind the net, throws it back on the boards to Dahl. Dahl tied up. Spring Lake Park picks it up in the corner, throws it back at the boards. Sent out in front, Sherritt got a stick on it, pokes it out of the zone. Sent back into the Elk River zone. Sinclair with it. Sinclair up ice. Carries it in. Cuts towards the net. He gets shoved down. Behind the net. Park plays it back behind their net. He's going to look up ice at the blue line. Now sends it ahead. They skated in there 2-on-1 coming in. Broken up by the Elks. Pass goes wide. Sinclair plays it up to himself. Avoids the hit. Played across from their Park intercept. But they skated in offsides. Remaining in the first. Carried into the zone by Spring Lake Park. Out in front, Jackson deflects that behind the net. Bowman had it momentarily taken away. Toft with it now. Toft ahead to Hansen off the boards. Hansen pushes it to Maverick Hansen, who'll send it across. Tries to get it to Sinclair, but Spring Lake Park there to play it. Skates it up and sends it deep. Icing. .134 remaining in the first. Elks trailing 1-0. Shot, goalie with a save, rebound comes out. Froelich shot, that goes just wide. Brzezinka sends that in. Knocked down in front. Back up towards the blue line, Spring Lake Park with it. Sent deep. Jackson pushes it towards Brzezinka. Brzezinka throws it up the boards to Froelich. Froelich can't pick it up. Gets it back. Shot, saved by Jackson. Brzezinka with it now. Brzezinka to Euchre. Euchre sends it ahead to Froelich. Froelich chips it ahead. Spring Lake Park back in their zone. They'll throw it back out of the zone at center ice. Fink absorbs the hit. Puts the puck into the zone. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Throws it up ice. Brzezinka with it. Played ahead to Euchre. Euchre plays it across back to Brzezinka. Brzezinka skates it up. It's chopped at. Puck comes off his stick and Elks offsides. Jacobson will take the draw. 33 seconds left. Poked into the zone by Jacobson. Pushed out of the zone by Spring Lake Park. Along the boards. Played down in the corner. Dahl runs hard into the boards. Shot blocked. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Poked away by the Elks. Dahl with it. Sends it up ice. Spring Lake Park will send it back in the Elk River zone. Played across towards the slot. Gets in front. Shot. Jackson with a save. Rebound goes wide. Another shot. Buzzer. That'll end the first. After one, Elks trailing 1-0. Shots 9-1 in favor of Spring Lake Park. Elks will start the second period with Hanson, Sinclair, Euchre, Ullman. Hanson on the draw. Spring Lake Park has it, sent ahead. Into the zone. Elks break it up. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Ullman throws it up the boards to Euchre. Euchre to Sinclair. Sinclair run into the boards. Euchre gets it, sends it up ice. Spring Lake Park able to hold it in the zone. Into the corner, Ullman. Up the boards to Merrick Hansen. Sends it to Maverick Hansen, who'll skate it out. He gets tied up, sends it across. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Off the boards. They'll drop it back. Played behind the net. Drops it back again. Spring Lake Park up ice. Shot. Jackson with a save. .14:08 left here in the second period. Spring Lake Park has it up top. Played along the board. Sent down into the corner now. Dahl with it. Tries to push it across. Spring Lake Park centering pass. Elks get a piece of it. Cuts towards the middle. Elks knock it away. Dahl has it. Gives it to Sherritt. Sherritt off the boards. Skates it in. Sends it across to Givens. Hard off his stick. Spring Lake Park throws it back up the boards. Dahl steps up. Tries to hold his own. Spring Lake Park gets it. They'll come up ice with it. Splits the defense. Comes in. Shot. Jackson with a save. And he will cover it. Park split the D. Jackson comes up big. Jacobson will take the draw. Along the boards to Toft. To Ullman. Ullman throws it behind the net. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Pass up front, intercepted by Toft. Toft run off the puck. He's able to knock it away. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Out in front, Jacobson gets a piece of it. Rebound comes out. Jacobson gets run over, but the Elks get it out of the zone. No icing. Spring Lake Park will skate it in. Shot off Jackson's glove and goes wide. Back up the boards. Out of the zone. Sent back towards the blue line. Foss with it. Foss sends it far side towards the penalty box. And Spring Lake Park will play it ahead, deep into the Elk River zone. Toft up ice. Across to Froelich. Gets to Fink. Fink sends it deep. Goes back behind the net. Back up the boards. Foss has it. Taken away. Played back up the boards. Spring Lake Park will skate it out. 3-on-2 coming in. Pass back across. Elks break it up. Foss has it now. Foss sends it across to Froelich. And Froelich will send it deep. Into the corner. Spring Lake Park picks it up. Foss tries to tie him up. Spring Lake Park has it behind the net. Thrown back up the boards. Euchre steps up. Runs him over. Sent in. Shot attempt. Gets knocked up into the air. Spring Lake Park drops it back behind their net. They'll skate it up, pass it out. Pass everybody. No icing. Euchre gets pulled down. Gets back up. Tries to play it ahead. Spring Lake Park has it, throws it down into the corner. Brzezinka with it. Sent up ice. Sinclair gets it out of the zone. Poked away by Merrick Hansen. Maverick Hansen. Now Elks have numbers. Played across, shot attempt hits Brzezinka. Spring Lake Park gets it back, throws it up the boards. Sinclair has it up top, sends it back down low, broken up. Hansen now behind the net. To Merrick Hansen. He takes a shot, tries to get it to Sinclair. Brzezinka now winds, fires, that goes wide, up the boards. Euchre tries to play it ahead, knocked down, pushes it down low. Spring Lake Park will send it up ice, that will be icing. Elks with their best sustained pressure so far. Across the top, Top sends a shot in, that gets broken up and goes to the boards. Back behind the net, Sherritt sends it back to Givens. Givens tries sending it up to Sherritt, picked off by Spring Lake Park, and they're going to come up ice with it. Sent deep. Top tries to go to Dahl, Spring Lake Park has it. Pass out in front, wide, up the boards. Played down low, Top with it. Now he throws it off the glass, out to the neutral zone. Bouncy puck into the Spring Lake Park zone. They'll send it back up ice. Jacobson gets a piece of it, comes to Dahl. Dahl flips it out of the zone. Givens with it now. Givens crosses center ice, across to Sherritt. Sherritt to Jacobson. Jacobson sends out to Sherritt. Pass goes just wide. Givens with it now. Givens back to Sherritt. Spring Lake Park plays out the boards. Givens gets there. He sends it ahead to Dahl. Dahl's able to knock it down, but Spring Lake Park gets it. Comes back to Givens. He gets run into the board. Spring Lake Park picks it back up. I'm going to say offsides. Not sure the puck ever went back in the zone. .10:09 in the second. Into the Spring Lake Park zone, played across. They're going to come up and out of the zone with it. Skates it in, offsides. Down to the Elk River zone, picked up by Euchre. Euchre sends it across for Foss. Foss will skate it up. Foss carries it in. Shot attempt goes wide. Fink in the corner, gets it to Froelich. Froelich sends it back behind the net. Back at the boards, Spring Lake Park will skate it out. Knocked away momentarily by Fink. Spring Lake Park gets it back into the zone. Euchre ties him up. Played down low, Spring Lake Park with it, behind the net. Back into the corner. Drops it back. Fink ties him up. Euchre with it now. Euchre throws it up the boards. Froelich gets a piece of it and then kicks it away. Spring Lake Park's going to send it right back down low. Sent out in front. Shot off the crossbar. No goal. Second shot goes wide. Up and out of the zone. Spring Lake Park will play it ahead. Elks get a piece of it. Froelich has it now. Throws it into the zone. Kicks it away. He gets run down. Up ice. Foss gets tied up. Hansen run into the boards. He gets it back. Omen behind the net. Drops it back to Euchre. Euchre looks up ice. Sends it ahead. Tries to get Sinclair. Bouncing puck knocked down. Foss gets it now to Sinclair. Sinclair carries it in. Gives it to Maverick Hansen. Hansen shot. Sails wide of the net and up the boards. Brzezinski able to hold it along the boards. Pushes the puck back down low. Behind the net. Dahl has it out of the zone. Sends it back in. I'm going to say the Elks were just offsides. .8:22 remaining here in the second. Sinclair will take the draw. Spring Lake Park in their zone with it. He's going to look up ice. Now plays it across. Skates it out. Sent deep. Jackson catches that, drops it, leaves it for Dahl. Dahl up the boards, just out of Hansen's reach. Spring Lake Park can't hold the zone, they'll play it back out. Sent back in. Jackson has it bounce. It took a weird bounce as it came in. He went to try to drop to cover it, and it short hopped him. Spring Lake Park 2-0. Like a line driving baseball that short hops right in front of the fielder. Elks push it ahead, but Spring Lake Park gets it back. Up ice with it.
Scoring for Spring Lake Park, Coon Rounds.
Skated in.
At 6:59 of our second period.
Shot off of Jackson's helmet, up and out of play.
With an assist by number 12, Mark Erickson. That's Scalia from Erickson at 6:59 of our second period.
Refs have to pick paint up because the paint is chipping on the ceiling here, so the puck hit it and knocked paint down onto the ice. Jacobs will take the drop. In the corner. Picked up by Toft. Toft will throw it up the boards, tries to get it to Sherritt. Sherritt plays it ahead. He gets tied up. Spring Lake Park gets it back behind the net. Sent out front. Toft knocks it away. Up the boards. Cuts towards the middle, taken away by Gibbons. Gibbons will get it to the blue line and out. Spring Lake Park sends it right back in. Jackson deflects that into the corner. Up the boards, but not out. Spring Lake Park has it back. He cuts in, sails over the net. Down low. Into the corner. Spring Lake Park's going to throw it back up the boards. Foss knocks it away. Foss sends it up ice. Icing. Elks with just one shot so far. Fink will take the draw. Towards the net, Elks poked away. Fink has it now. Fink plays it up the board. Spring Lake Park with it at the blue line. Puck goes down low. Omen there. Gets it over to Toft. Toft pushes it up the boards, taken away by the Spring Lake Park. Back into the corner. Pass out in front. Elks get a piece of it, tie him up. Up towards the blue line, but not out. Spring Lake Park's going to walk in. He's going to take a shot. Jackson with a save. Foss plays it ahead. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Frolik will pick it up now and skate it out of the zone. Sent deep into the corner. Frolik behind the net. Puck goes back to the boards. Omen pushes it at the blue line, but Spring Lake Park gets it back. Cuts in. Shot attempt. It's blocked and goes wide. Played out in front. Elks kick it away. Back at the boards. Fink with it now. Fink plays it ahead. Spring Lake Park at center ice. Sends it back towards the Elk River zone. Knocked down by Euchre. Euchre sends it ahead. Picked up by Spring Lake Park. They're going to carry it back into the Elk River zone. Stops at the blue line, loses the puck. Elks play it ahead to Sinclair. Sinclair sends it across to Hansen. Hansen gets in front of the net. Shot. Goalie does not make the save. Jackson. Hansen scores. Elks on the board. Merritt Hansen for Asher Sinclair. 5:45 left in the second. Elks will get their second shot of the game. Comes back to Euchre. Euchre crosses center ice. He'll send that in on net. Goalie deflects that into the corner.
Scoring for Elk River at 9:15 of our second period.
Park plays it back by the net. Up the boards. Jacob tries to send it back down. Broken up. Spring Lake Park gets it up and out of the zone. We'll say unassisted. That was a pass from Sinclair. Sinclair with it now. Just skated in, poked off his stick. Into the corner. He'll try to pin the puck. Spring Lake Park throws it up the boards. Merritt Hansen with it. Sends it out in front. Jacobson knocks it down. Puck into the corner. Jacobson up top to Euchre. Euchre sends a shot in. Gets deflected. Goes wide. Jacobson again. Throws it back to the boards to Euchre. Euchre knocks it down. He gets run into. Puck comes back to Jacobson. Jacobson tries to cut towards the net. He gets run over. Looking for a trip. No call. Sent up ice. Comes back towards the bench area. Jacobson sets the Spring Lake Park player almost onto the bench. Behind the net. Played up top. Sherritt got a piece of it. Puck leaves the zone. Sherritt has a step. Sherritt coming in. He has Givens cutting to the middle. Across to Givens. Givens has rolling puck. Could not gather it. Puck up front to Sherritt. To Jacobson. Jacobson turns, fires. Goalie makes the save. Elks, sign of life here. Jacobson will take the draw. Spring Lake Park has it, sent up ice. Played across, Toft knocks it down. Jacobson chops at it, Spring Lake Park gets it back. Toft ties him up, puck goes back behind the net in the corner. Sent back, up the boards. Sherritt shoves him into the boards, shot wide, rolls back up the boards. Spring Lake Park has it again. Sent back down low. Dahl with it now. He's shoved into the boards. Sent up ice by Toft. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Broken up by the Elks. Givens with it now. Givens plays it ahead to Sherritt. Poked away. Spring Lake Park pushes it back in the Elk River zone. Out in front. Toft knocks it in the air. Fink with it now. Fink sends it ahead. He tried to hit Sherritt. That's going to be icing. 3:34 left in the second. Fink on the draw. Down to the corner to Ullman. Ullman will skate behind the net. Drops it back to Euchre. Euchre looks up ice. Sends it across off the boards to Froelich, who pushes it head into the zone. Picked up, pass up front to Foss. Foss, bouncing puck, takes a shot, goalie with a save, puck into the corner. Spring Lake Park plays it ahead, picked up by Fink. Fink along the boards. Throws it back on the boards to Euchre. Euchre sends a shot in, that gets knocked down up top to Ullman. Ullman holds it in the zone, cuts towards the middle. He'll take a shot, comes back to Fink. Fink's shot goes just wide, picks up by Froelich. Froelich's shot goes wide up the boards. Fink up top to Ullman. Ullman fires, broken up. Shot goes into the corner again. Now up the board, Spring Lake Park's going to send it up ice. Icing if it gets there. No icing. Euchre throws it behind the net to Ullman. Ullman, pressured by two Spring Lake Park players, going to throw it back up the boards. Sinclair steps in front. Euchre ties him up, picked up by Maverick Hansen. Hansen looks up ice. Back to Euchre. Euchre sends it ahead. Spring Lake Park knocks it out of the air. They're going to skate it in. Shot. Jackson to make the save. 2:22 left here in the second period. Elks trailing 2-1. Shot 17-6 in favor of Spring Lake Park. Hansen will take the draw. Spring Lake Park plays it up top. Sent back along the boards. Now down low, picked up by Hansen. Hansen's going to throw it up the boards to Merrick Hansen. Merrick Hansen has it. Sends it into the Spring Lake Park zone. He'll skate behind his net. Drops it back. Looks up ice. Now pulls it back. Skates it ahead. Across the center ice. Elks poke it away. Dahl backhands it towards the blue line, but not out. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Down in the corner, Brzezinski sit him down. Dahl throws it up the boards. Picked up by Sinclair. Sinclair will skate it out of the zone. Carried in. He gets tied up. Puck gets pushed up and out of the zone. Spring Lake Park back up ice. Towards the blue line. Shot. Knuckle puck that Jackson was able to knock out of the air. Jackson doesn't have his stick now. Behind the net. Out in front, picked up by Sinclair. Sinclair gets to Merrick Hansen. Hansen up ice. Hansen almost split the D. The defenseman fell over, and that's what saved a breakaway. Face up just outside the Elk zone. Spring Lake Park zone, 1:12 left in the second. Poked off his stick, picked up by Givens. Givens Gets it knocked off his stick. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Now picked up by Euchre. Euchre throws it across center ice. Euchre's going to skate it in. Stops. Poked away. Gets it back towards the blue line, but dumped into the Elk River zone. Ullman with it. Ahead to Jacobson, out of his reach. Spring Lake Park has it at center ice. Sent ahead. Down low. Ullman sends it over to Euchre. Euchre looks ahead. Sends it up ice. Tries to get it to Jacobson. That'll be icing. 35.8 left in the second. We'll have a Zamboni break after this period. Hansen on the draw. Along the boards. Into the corner. Hansen and Euchre. Hansen ties him up. Euchre takes it away. Euchre across to Sherritt. Sherritt sends it ahead. Try to go to Gibbons. Pass intercepted. Spring Lake Park has it again. He'll send it up ice. Hansen's able to throw it back into the zone. Sherritt behind the net. Has it. Tries to send out to Gibbons. Broken up. Hansen tries to get a stick on it. Poked away. Along the board. Spring Lake Park plays it ahead. Euchre with it now. Sends it to Ullman. And that will end the second period. After one, Elks trailing 2-1. Shots 18-6 in favor of Spring Lake Park. Back after the Zamboni break. that carries over here in the third. Sharon, Givens, Euchre, Ullman, Jackson, and net. Jacobson will take the draw. Puck comes back to the Elks. Spring Lake Park picks it up and they overskate it. Knocked it into the zone. Out in front, Elks get a piece of it poking into the corner. Spring Lake Park has up top, takes a shot. Jackson with a save. Ullman sends it up to the blue line, but not out. Spring Lake Park played across. Cooper got a piece of it, bounces off the glass out in the neutral zone. Jacobson along the boards, pushes it into the Spring Lake Park zone. He'll throw it back behind his net, up the boards. Back down low, Jake's got a piece of it. Spring Lake Park will get it out of the zone. Puck at center ice, now back to Ullman. Ullman to Euchre. Euchre sends it ahead, off the Spring Lake Park stick into their zone. Jacobson, Givens. Givens has it, Givens skates in. Givens shot off the goalie and goes wide. Ullman at the blue line, sends it back down low to Givens. Givens in the corner. Pinned along the boards. Euchre throws it back across, tries to get it to Hansen. Hansen gets across center ice. Givens pushes it forward to Maverick Hansen, who throws it into the zone. Spring Lake Park in the corner. Back down low. Up the boards. Sinclair gets there, sends it down, but deflects off a player and leaves the zone. Brzezinka back to Dahl, off his skates, back in the Elk River zone. Spring Lake Park pressuring, throws it up the boards to Brzezinka. Brzezinka flips it ahead, but right to a Spring Lake Park player, cuts towards the middle. Shot, Jackson got a piece of it. Puck out in front, knocked away by Dahl. Up the boards to Hansen. Hansen sends it across to Maverick Hansen, who pushes it out of the zone. Spring Lake Park throws it back across center ice. Played ahead, sent deep in the Elk River zone. Jackson leaves it for Dahl. Dahl looks up ice. Dahl pushes it across center ice, and Spring Lake Park takes it away. Now knocked away by Sinclair. Fink gets it to Sinclair. Sinclair carries it in. Stopped, poked away. Spring Lake Park will skate it out. Dahl gets it back to Sinclair. Spring Lake Park has it at the blue line. Sinclair takes it away. Up ice, 1-on-4. He'll take a shot. Goalie makes a save. Rebound comes out. He doesn't see the puck. And he's going to throw that off the Spring Lake Park bench. Sinclair needed one other step. Goalie had no idea where that puck was. .12:47 here in the third. Foss up top to Ullman. Ullman sends it across, deflects off the stick, back into the Elk River zone. Puck comes out, rolling up the boards. Stolar's able to push it ahead, but the puck gets knocked back down low. Toft to Ullman. Ullman sends it ahead. Spring Lake Park has it at the blue line. Sent in. Jackson sends that into the corner. Ullman back to Toft. Toft running the boards. Played ahead. Spring Lake Park gets it back. Cuts towards the net. Shot attempt blocked. Another shot intercepted. Ullman's going to throw it off the glass. Off the glass again. Spring Lake Park has it up top. He cuts towards the window, takes a shot, sails over the net. Foss gets it to Ullman. Ullman to Toft. Toft off the glass, out in the neutral zone. Spring Lake Park in their zone. He's going to send it back up ice. Chipped in. Ullman has it. Send ahead to Givens. Givens to Sherritt. Sherritt up ice with Jacobson. Sherritt cuts towards the middle. Sherritt sends a shot in. That's blocked. Knocks it out of the air. Spring Lake Park waiting for the Elks to touch it. Elks play to the high stick. Now Spring Lake Park has it. They sneak a player behind the defense. Jake from there pressure. Brzezinka with it now. He will send that in on net. Sails just high. Givens tried to get out in front to share it. Puck back in the corner. Nick Hart into the Elk River zone, 2-on-1. Weaver got a piece of it, pass across. Sent out in front towards the slot. Shot blocked by Givens. Out of the zone. Sherritt's going to get a breakaway. Sherritt up ice. Sherritt shot. Goal! Jackson Sherritt ties it up.